In this episode, I'm going to show you 5 simple ways to relieve stress and anxiety in your life. Let's rise. Rising to be. Rising to be productive. Rising to be organized. Rising to be inspired. Who are you rising to be? New podcast every Tuesday, new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. In honor of Stress Awareness Month, today's episode is about 5 simple ways to relieve stress and anxiety in your life. So let's get started. This episode was already posted early and several others are available right now on patreon.com/risingtobe. Subscribe now for more Rising to Be content. Take the fuss out of what you're having for dinner using Rising to Be's Grocery Gladiator printable bundle. The customizable meal planner helps you to prep and plan your meals ahead of time. And you can even add links to your favorite Pinterest recipes to try out for later. Use the shopping list custom categories to never forget anything while shopping for your groceries. Keep track of your exercises, daily steps, water intake, body measurements, and other fitness goals you have throughout the week and month to track your fitness progress using the Grocery Gladiator bundle. 3 unique color options to choose from. Available now at risingtobe.com and on Etsy. Hello everyone, I'm Christina B and welcome to the Rising to Be show, the only place on the internet where I help you rise to be who you want to be, helping you rise to be productive, organized, and inspired so that you can reach your goals. I upload new videos and podcasts every single week. So be sure to subscribe as a riser so that you won't miss anything. We currently are on the road to 1,500 YouTube subscribers, and I'd love for you to be a part of the journey. Celebrate the 2nd anniversary of my stationery store, Risingtobe.com, all month long, and shop the anniversary sale and save 50% off your entire order during the biggest sale of the year. Only at Risingtobe.com. And last but not least, this episode would not be possible without the support of our Rising to Be patrons and channel members. Thank you. Now let's get into this episode. It isn't the mountain ahead that wears you out. It's the grain of sand in your shoe. Robert W. Service. Tip 1. Avoid procrastination. Stress should be a powerful driving force, not an obstacle. Bill Phillips. Let's be real for a moment. Sometimes we get stressed out because we avoid some of our responsibilities and push things back that we should have gotten done last week all the way until next month when we just didn't want to do it. A great way to have better control of your stress is by staying on top of your priorities and by not procrastinating. When we give in to procrastinating, we are actually giving up our free time in the future. Sometimes procrastination can also put you into a position where you are making mistakes in the process of catching up, which only adds to your stress and other negative effects to your health and, of course, your sleep quality. Get used to not only making a to-do list, but also following it so that you can accomplish your task. Check out our Brain Dump printable, which can help you to not only make the best of your to-do list, but also help you keep up with reminders, emails, calls, and additional tasks for another day. Available now on risingtobe.com and, of course, our Etsy shop. Calmness is in the cradle of power, Josiah Gilbert Hollard. Tip 2. Chew some gum. The truth is that stress doesn't come from your boss, your kids, your spouse, traffic jams, health challenges, and other circumstances. It comes from your thoughts about your circumstances. Andrew Bernstein. I'm sure you've noticed while watching football and other sports games how the coaches are often fiercely chewing a piece of gum. And that is because it can actually reduce the stress you may be under. And gum is not only a quick and easy solution, but also an incredibly affordable one. There is even a study by Elsevier that showed people who chew gum often had a greater sense of well-being and a lower amount of stress. A possible explanation for this would be that chewing gum can cause brainwaves similar to the ones of relaxed people. The other explanation is that chewing gum can help to promote blood flow throughout your body and to your brain. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. William James. Tip 3. Say no more. Stress acts as an accelerator. It can push you either forward or backward, but you can choose which direction. Chelsea Iro. Look, let's be honest here. Some of the things that stress us out the most are things that we actually should have said no to. Not everything that stresses us out is in our control, but some things actually are, which is why it's so important that we say no to things that aren't adding to our lives in a positive way. or even just things that add additional stress in our already stressful lives. By having more control of what happens in your life, you will start to feel more relaxed and at ease. It's incredibly important to be selective in what exactly you want to take on or don't. So say no for the purpose of being stress-free. It's not stress that kills us, it's our reaction to it. Hans Selby. Tip 4, lower your caffeine intake. The time to relax is when you don't have time for it. Sydney J. Harris. Now this tip really goes out to me because I drink at least a few cups of coffee a day. But the cups I drink are, well, a bit bigger than the average mug. So yeah, because of this, my caffeine withdrawals are a bit more intense. Why? Because, as I just said, I drink a lot of coffee. And because I have successfully created an amazing coffee cart in my home, life has been good. But also a bit too good because caffeine is a stimulant that can be found in coffee, tea, chocolate, and energy drinks, etc. And because caffeine is in so many foods and drinks that I have, these high doses of caffeine can have very bad effects like jitters, which is really just a sign of increased stress and anxiety. Which is crazy because oftentimes I look to coffee to help me get things done and push through. But I'm still trying my best to reduce my caffeine intake, but it isn't exactly easy to do. So if you're also slightly addicted to coffee, just try your best to cut back as much as possible if you can. Much of the stress that people feel doesn't come from having too much to do. It comes from not finishing what they started. David Allen. YouTube commenter Neha Puri. Hopefully I said your name correctly. You are doing an amazing job, girl. Love your content and your confidence. This video was exactly what I needed to hear today. Yellow halo happy face emoji. Keep up the great work. Yellow twinkly stars. Thanks so much for your comment. Neha Puri. Tip 5, get a boost with supplements. We can easily manage if we will only take each day the burden appointed to it. But the load will be too heavy for us if we carry yesterday's burden over again today, and then add the burden of the tomorrow before we are required to bear it. John Newton. There are so many supplements that you can take today to help you with reducing your stress and anxiety. This is something I recently learned while doing research for this very video. Taking lemon balm supplements, studies show that lemon balm contains anti-anxiety effects and is a member of the mint family. Disclaimer, some supplements can actually interact with medications or have side effects, so it is important that you consult with your doctor before use. Omega-3 fatty acids, a study done by the National Institutes of Health, showed how the medical students who took omega-3 supplements had experienced a 20% reduction in showing and having anxiety symptoms. Ashwagandha is an Ayurvedic herb that can be used as a medicine to help treat whatever stress or anxiety you may be facing. Kava kava is a sedative that is a psychoactive member of the pepper family, which has been used as a sedative in the South Pacific area and increased in popularity in the US and Europe to assist in treating mild stress and anxiety. Valerian root, not to be mistaken for Valerian steel from Game of Thrones, which I desperately missed but had a terrible ending. But anywho, let's get back to the topic at hand. Valerian root, which is used as a popular sleep aid from the valsarinic acid, which gives a tranquilizing effect. Valrenic acid is able to alter your gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA for short, receptors in your body to lower your anxiety. And lastly, green tea, whether you take it in a capsule or brewed in a mug, it contains so many polyphenol antioxidants that not only provide anxiety and stress-reducing properties, and multiple other health benefits that can increase your serotonin levels, which I don't really notice that much because, well, I drink a lot of coffee. Mental health awareness doesn't mean fighting stress, anxiety, depression, and other everyday mental health issues. Rather, it means consciously modulating the habits that intensify those issues. Once you are in control of your habits instead of checking your habits, you would automatically be in a much better shape, both mentally and physically. Abjit Naskar. Share this awesome episode with someone you know who needs it to help them rise to be who they want to be. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd hate for you to miss the next episode. Now let's get into our recap. So let's do a quick recap just in case you missed a tip. Tip 1, avoid procrastination. Tip 2, chew some gum. Tip 3, say no more. Tip 4, lower your caffeine intake. Tip 5, get a boost with supplements. I just want to take a moment to thank our patrons and channel members. This episode would not be possible without your support. Thank you. Watch next week's episode early by joining my Patreon for exclusive content. There's 3 tiers to choose from at patreon.com/RisingTobe. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I truly appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments or your podcast review which tip you'll be using. Keep rising to be who you want to be. Bye, risers.